What's up guys, Scott Martin here, talking all about fishing tips. I want to talk about how to pick the right rod for worm fishing. You know, when I think about worm fishing, there's all types of different type worms, like big 10-inch worms like we have here behind us, down to small little finesse style type worms like we have here, all the way up to one of my favorite ways, big giant punching mats with big crawdads and creature baits and things like that. So here's how I decide what type of rod I'm going to fish with. If I'm fishing, say, a 10-inch worm, 7-inch worm, normal size worm like that, I'm going to fish it most of the time on a 7-foot to a 7.3 rod. Medium heavy to heavy action. If I'm fishing in heavy cover like here at Lake Okeechobee, I'm going to fish a heavy action rod. If I'm fishing more open water situations at some other lakes where I don't have a lot of cover around, I might fish a medium heavy, 7-foot medium heavy rod. I like the medium heavies and the heavies because with a hook, with a worm, you've got to drive that hook. The trocars, those things penetrate really easy, but you still have to have the right type rod. So a 7-foot medium heavy to a heavy action rod is perfect for most worm fishing situations. Now, if I'm worm fishing in the heavy grass mats, doing a lot of flipping, pitching, casting in the heavy grass, I'm going to fish a lot bigger rod like we have here. This is a rod that I specially designed for mat fishing and fishing heavy cover situations. Matter of fact, affectionately called the Mat Daddy. 7-foot 11-inch. We have it in two series, a heavy and an extra heavy, depending on, again, what type of cover you're fishing. Here on Lake Okeechobee, I'm fishing the extra heavy. When I'm punching those mats, I like that longer rod, that 7.5 to 7.11 stiff rod, because I want to pull those fish out of that heavy cover. So when I'm fishing heavy cover, flipping and pitching with a worm, I'll fish the longer rods, 7.11, 7.6s, heavy and extra heavy. Again, open water situations, I'm going to fish a 7-foot heavy, you know, your 10-inch worms and things like that. Now, when I go down to my small stuff, you know, my finesse type stuff like shaky head worms, drop shots, or even just small little finesse worms like we have here, these little do-nothing worms, Senkos, flukes, things like that, I like a spinning rod. You know, and what you see here, I have it rigged up on braided line, which is a great addition to the spinning rod setup. Occasionally I'll put a fluorocarbon leader on, but I like a spinning rod for these situations because it's a smaller worm, real lightweight, little 1/16, 1/8 ounce type weights. The spinning rods work well. So picking the right rod for your worm fishing is very, very important. You know, in golf, you have a bag full of all types of clubs for all types of situations and shots, and fishing is the same way. Picking the right rod, you're going to make better cast, more accurate cast, and you're going to be able to take advantage of driving that hook better and landing the fish. So get the right rod set up the next time you're out fishing with worms, and you'll definitely catch a lot more fish.